Hello everyone and welcome back to the video. Today we're doing a 1v1 game on the ranked ladder, and this is going to be playing ranked ladder as if it was a tournament, episode 6. And looks like here we're going to have Lucho as our opponent. He's playing as the Berbers, we're playing as the Magyars. And this is actually a commentary that I'm doing off stream, so this is something that nobody's seen before. And let's go ahead and see if we can win. So this match was very interesting. If you guys are new to the series, I highly recommend you guys check out the earlier episodes. Basically we'll be playing as if it's a tournament. Can't guarantee the win, but I will try my best to get the win, no matter what. And I'll talk you guys through my thought process. This is exactly how I think during tournaments, and this is my playstyle that I employ during tournaments. So with all that said, let's hop in. So starting things off, I'm going to analyze the map as well as the matchup to determine my opening strategy. This is something I talk about a lot on the Patreon as well. I think this is the best thing you can do, and it's done within the first 3 minutes. This way you can pick the best opening strategy, give yourself either the highest chance of winning or the highest chances of gaining an advantage out of the early game. And at worst, you just want to go even in the early game. So 60 sheep, pretty standard. Then I'm looking at the map, we're looking at Chicken Arabia. And we're up against the Berbers. I think the next build I'm going to send is going to be towards the chicken. This is a fast chickens build order that I feel like is really good on these chicken maps. Helps you take them early before feudal age kicks in. And so that way you actually don't have to worry about getting harassed via scouts, via militia, and you get to dodge all that kind of stuff. That way I can just eat the chickens in peace, and it should be good to go. This is a small mistake, I didn't have the sheep ready, but I'll lose like 5 food off that. It's not the end of the world. Go. Next bill goes to boar. And then one more bill goes to sheep. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scout the corner of this map using my sheep. So all my extra sheep will go ahead and scout this. Very unlikely that he's going to be able to hatch those sheep in the corner. And if he does, I'll at most lose 1 sheep to his scout, if he manages to find them. Bring in my boar, and I'm noticing there's some extra deer here on the side. This is new with the latest version of Arabia, so I might consider luring 1. And I have to decide my strategy very soon. So let's now look at the map. Map looks pretty good. I just have to decide my opening, not the whole strategy here. And I think with the opening, considering the matchup, I think I'm going to do Scout Rush with the Magyars. But it's not going to be a standard Scout Rush. We're actually going to go forward Spear. So it's going to be Scouts plus forward Spearmen. And the reason is I want to put pressure on the Berbers, who are a pretty slow-paced civ. So although I think he wins the late game via Camel Archers, those guys are really a good counter to Cav Archers, which is my main unit. I think I hard win the early game. I get the free forging on the scouts and the spears. So going scouts and sending spears forward pressures the Berbers a lot who don't get similar bonuses. I also get a discount on scouts, so overall scouts and spears is going to be a perfect strategy. The only reason I wouldn't go scouts and spears with the Magyars against the Berbers is if I had a really easy to wall map. But since that's not the case, I'm just going to go ahead and commit to what I consider to be the best strategy here. So I took in 1 deer, but I'm not going to take in more because I need to scout where he's at so I can effectively attack him with the spearmen. If I was not planning to play aggressively in feudal age, then I might consider luring 1 extra deer here, just to get a little bit more food in the system. But since our plan is to play aggressive, then let's go ahead and scout him after just 1 neutral deer lure. The neutral deers are, interesting. I don't really like them as an addition to Arabia, but and they can provide a nice little boost if you do find them. It does create an element of RNG. A bit random if you do find them or not. So in this case, I feel like I have a slight advantage over my opponent because I did find them. So if he didn't find them, we're in a good position. Gonna test the waters to see if I can up here. There we go, the no loom. And I found my opponent. So I'm gonna up no loom because I've got the stronger early game civ. And on top of that, Berbers are not known for militia rushing. And now I'm going to go ahead and do a looper in my opponent's base to see what he's doing and see where all his resources are. It is worth checking if he's on chickens or not. Looks like he ignored the chickens, which means I'll have probably a bit of an early game edge over him in terms of food. Now, as far as where I make the barracks and the stable, I think I'm going to do it in front of the gold to defend my gold. And so I'm going to go ahead and set up the shop right there. Now, these chicken villagers, I'm going to shift queue them right back to the wood line, or the straggler tree. And this field I can't really target right now, but I could target it once they get feudal age. So I'm not sure what that villager's doing. He wants to wall up here. I'm going to hide out of vision and potentially take that guy out. Send a second bill here. Gonna Q Loom so I don't get punished. And if I can just pick off this bill when I get Feudal Age, that could be huge. So I'm staying out of vision right now. He can't see me. I'm gonna slip right in here. I still think he can't see me. Villager has one less line of sight than a scout, or the same amount. I'm not 100% sure. Now he sees me, so I have to just hover. And I can start targeting him, but looks like his scout is in position. We're gonna commit to the scout brush with the forward spears. Not able to really find much here. Still decided to engage a little bit, but I got the short end of the stick there. Not a problem. Happens a lot in tournaments where I get, you know, not the best engagement. Go with the spear forward. Now let's see. He's walling up, so I need to be able to pressure him quickly. After I make the stable, I'm going to wall up with one bill. Looks like he's opening it with a range. Completely normal. What we're going to do is I'm not going to make a single farm. I'm going to send 2 more to wood. This is my answer to guys going for the fast archers. And we're going to cut the spearman production forward. So I had an idea of going forward with spearmen. He's not opening scouts, so we only do 1 spear forward. 1 spear is good. It trades against his first spear, and it also pushes away his scout. So don't think that the 1 spear gets no value just because you opened range. It's completely fine. Alright? Now we gotta run that forward, and now we gotta figure out exactly what he's going for. I see he's got nothing on gold, so it doesn't look like he's actually going for archers. So I don't need to rush into my skirms here. It feels like he's just massing skirms himself. So I'm gonna go ahead and check what he's doing. And looks like he's literally just making a range and walling up. So in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and do something similar. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Horse Collar, I believe. Alright. And I'm not gonna go for range. I've changed my mind already on that. We're gonna just wall up ourselves. I'm gonna eventually go for range, but I'm gonna first prioritize the farms. The reason why we go farms first is that helps us get a faster castage time. So what he's done here is he's successfully neutralized the stronger Magyars early game. So now we have to kind of play from... not play from behind, we have to play from an equal game state, whereas he's got the civ that scales the best. I'm not really buying the fact that he's on archers right now. I think he's actually on skirmishers, because I did not see him on gold. And so I don't need to switch to skirms to counter that. I only switch to skirms to counter that if he comes forward with a lot of spearmen. Because just the skirmishers, I'm not really too worried about at all. I'm noticing that this wall is probably not the way to go. I think walling down here is probably best. Oh, another small mistake. A lot of small mistakes here, this game. I'm hovering here because I need to see what he's going to do. Which is why I didn't like scout the map or anything like that. Okay, there's the 1 skirmisher that just ejects. We're going to wait for his spear to hit my spear. There you go. Timed it well. I was either timing till he has like little to no HP, or that he took a hit on my spear. So I can hit him without getting hit back. Perfect. 6 on berries is correct. We're trying to play towards Castle Age here. Pretty slow paced game, but that's the way it goes sometimes. We didn't need the range. I can pull 1 off wood and go ahead and make a farm. And we can transition to gold here. So I still want to keep enough wood that I can transition to the range. In case I need it. I don't think I'm going to need it though. So I think we could probably get away here with just booming in Castle Age and potentially going a light cab. He goes for 1 archer. Interesting. Now I'm going to go ahead and scout his gold. With the spearman. Oh, I was going to do it with the spearman, but he died. So just do it with the scout. Scout is gold. See what he's up to. And it looks like he's going to go for a market. So he made an archer. He is mining some gold, so I can't see how many bills. But I can tell how much he's got. So he gathered around 400 gold there. Which means he needs 200 to click the Castle Age, which means he's got 200 extra. So that means he's probably massing archers. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and make a range and go for some skirmishers here. Gonna also make a blacksmith, because that's probably what I'm gonna need here at some point. And ideally I'm fully walled on the front, but honestly it's difficult. We're gonna go ahead and wall over here instead. I might leave the front open. I'm not too sure yet what I'm gonna commit to there. There's a chance he's not going archers and he's just using the 200 extra gold he has via market to click up. And I don't really have a way to know which exactly of the 2 options he's going for. 1 more villager. Probably will send him 2 berries and then make a lumber camp on the wood. and wall this top side. That way I'm walled on both sides, and it's great to go ahead and scout his snipe his scout here. And we're up. Pretty good. So let's see if I can kill the scout, walling up the side. I didn't set up my base in the best way possible this game, but it's good enough. Now I have to decide if I want to make skirmishers or not. It's a bit of a gamble because I don't really know exactly what he's going to go for back home. Like he's got a bunch of options, right? Like he can go archers, he can go cav archers, he can also just fake the archer play, show me one archer on purpose, and then just not make anything afterwards. So he's got a bunch of options at his disposal. And okay, looks like it's gonna be archers, and he has quite a bit, so I'm gonna go for a second range here because I'm actually late on massing my own. I'm gonna go ahead and get both upgrades. He did a mistake there, in my opinion, to show me what he's going for. Did kill a scout for it though, so it's not like the worst mistake ever. But I think that's good for me because now I can adapt to the situation. I was under a lot of stress not knowing exactly what he's going for, but now that I know he's on archers, it's a lot easier for me to just go 2 ranged skirmisher. I'm gonna go elite skirm into cav archers. Skirm C is a very good composition. So the reason why it's been so hard to predict what he's going to go for is that he's not going for a standard play with the Berbers. Normally they don't like to go crossbowmen. It's not their like preferred option. But that's how it is in high level AoE2. Sometimes people go for like a different option to surprise their opponent because we know the game so well. And it prevents the opponent from predicting what they're going to do. So now he's not using his bonuses, but he's trying to catch me off guard. Luckily, I've been actually very vigilant, and I feel like I'm making the right moves to react to what he's going for. Okay, we're up same time, which is not the best for me, but it's fine. It's playable, which is good. But remember, his civ scales a bit better. That being said, though, I'm on the counter unit, so even though he scales better, I have a really good next 5 minutes, I would say. He doesn't know I'm on the counter yet. He hasn't scouted that I have skirmishers. He did scout the range, though, so he's not oblivious to what I'm doing. But I wouldn't say he knows exactly what I'm going for. And he probably doesn't know how many skirmishers I have, if at all. What I want to try and do now is actually afford the next armor. And I'll actually idle my bills for it, because I think the upgrade is brutal. It's really good. And behind this, he's adding in some knights. So let's go ahead and adapt and go 8 to gold. So I can make some CA and some monks to counter those knights. Now he's going to take the fight against me. I'm going to wait for the +2 armor if I can. I'm going to have to delete that monastery though. Take it at the back. Blocking my skirms. Yeah. I'm waiting for the +2 armor. It's really hard to win for that. Even the CA save specifically. I think he's got ballistics here. This is really a bad... Oh no, he doesn't have ballistics, okay. It's really a bad situation. I'm getting pressured really hard. Yeah. We want to salvage this, just take as little damage as possible. We'll make a monk. Keep making the skirms. The CA are going to kind of prevent the knights from just jumping on me. Keep those at the back, of course. Keep the skirms in the front. We have full upgrades, and I think our army does scale a little bit better here. And he has 2 options to attack on both sides, basically. I lost 2 bills. This is not a really good situation. Okay. Makes you wonder why I wouldn't go for the wall at the front now. That's another mistake on our end. You need to go for another town center because we're not winning this game on 1 TC. There's no way, so might as well get it as soon as we can. It's a good time. We're house, so it's gonna go wheelbarrow. As you can see, we're taking a lot of damage here. I committed to the conversion, failed. Unfortunate. I don't like that he's able to have 2 options to target my base. So I'm gonna wall up this side. I can deal with one open front, but not 2. I don't position well if I have to deal with 2 fronts. Those archers don't scale too well with the Berbers, but they don't scale badly either. So far, I'm just trying to defend myself as much as I can. I feel like ballistics could be a good option here as well. Open the trap. Alright, we're gonna prioritize ballistics now. Can't really pick up that relic. I think that would be a bit greedy. Go ballistics. So we have to clear him out. I don't like being on defense the entire game. Then my new plan is here, basically just heal up my units and try to posture up so he can't just continue attacking me the entire game. We'll make more skirms because I feel like the crossbows are what I have to clear up and not so much the knights. Looks like he's gonna fully attack me now. Get bloodlines, I can prepare with the CA. I'll make one monk on defense. And cut off the aggression. The reinforcements from him. Got one conversion here, which is not too bad. Trying to keep the scrims in the front to target the crossbows, but it's difficult. The hill can help. It's not a very good fight. We have to back it up. Gonna have to add more ranges. Have to clear this up somehow, and I don't know how. At this point, I have to just try to take as many good trades as I can. The more I fight, the better. We're on defense, and we have the monks to heal. Alright, basically just in survival mode here. This is really good. These trades are exactly what I need to get back in the game because I can take trades, heal. Trades where I lose units like that is not it. Ideally, they don't lose the units. Gonna move those units. Those villagers. Nice. Got mangonels here. I spend my wood because I got so much of it. Now we're getting a cleanup here, which is amazing. I'm trying to trade with them as much as I can. These units. Going back is actually better for me. We're badly housed. Obviously, it's been a super intense game. It's better to micro than to like take a bad fight though, so that's why I'm focusing on the micro. I'd rather be housed than lose units, ultimately. Now I'm thinking about Castle Age. Sorry, Imperial Age. I'm trying to think of the transition towards it. So I think here what we have to do is mass a bit more skirms. I could engage that one. He's making a pretty big misplay there into the units. He does have ballistics now, we confirmed it. He took a really good engagement there. It's gonna be hard to recover from. Should have backed up because I was getting housed on repeat. I had to fix that. Magnus should have not been there either. Some mistakes were made there. I've got a lot of stone, but I need to use it. I don't know how to. I have to clear up some of this area first. I have to take a risk into those Manganos. I have one play actually. Just to come around here and go for a castle out here. Just to get gold somewhere else. I'm gonna be up to imp soon. I'm up to imp maybe. Can defend. Could buy time. My university's gonna go down. Let's replace it right now. I have to take risks now because I'm losing. Missed some raids into his base via the castle. Nice, we're raiding him a little bit, which is good. I'm gonna go for another 4 castle because we're losing this game if we don't do anything crazy. These guys have to run. Playing with all risks in mind because I don't care anymore about playing safe. Game is not a game that you're winning with playing safe. Not able to keep that PC up. Bracer is the best upgrade I can get from chemistry. With Bracer and the hill, I actually do okay there. We have to win this fight. Go try to get a conversion on the knight and have to heal my units afterwards. Here's CA, we got a really messy game, which is actually the best outcome from how messy or from how bad our situation was. When your situation is bad, you always want to make the game as messy as possible. Gives you the highest chance to win. That's basically my thought process for tournaments. Now you want to try to control the mess, so like pick up relics where you can. Use my speed to try to get some advantages where other players wouldn't be able to. Those guys are really low HP, so for another trap. That castle is really important to prevent him from getting camel archers. Actually, my position is really not bad here. We can take all the relics, and then I just have to make sure my economy gets back into shape. So I have to reboom back into the game because we're not winning on low economy. You can just go janitors. We need a composition. But if we can deny him stone, take away all his stone by shooting that castle, then that's a pretty good win condition to deny camel archers and then play CA Hussar and beat the janitors. He's gonna trade army for trebs. Let's make sure to get as much damage done with our armies. Not the greatest trades for me, but it's not horrible. You might be thinking like I should be raiding and stuff like that, but really I just don't have information to actually get some raids off. So the next best thing is just to try to get relics and then play from there. So for example, there I have information for raids, so go ahead and go for it. The important thing is to get my economy up to speed. You have to get, this is going to be an economy late game win. It's not going to be a win where we kill him right now. Hide the other traps. If he snipes them, he only gets one. Actually, he doesn't have the knights to snipe, so let's just get everything on him. Go and get some upgrades. Notice I didn't get these upgrades earlier. I prioritized my economy first. Very important, actually. I knew this trap push is not going to win the game. This trap push is just here to buy me some time. It's 100% not a game-winning trap push. And my economy is actually back to really good. And I'm going to be setting up Magyar Hussar. I don't think I need to stay, but I think I got Husbandry and Bloodlines. Dude, I should check, but I'm not 100% sure. Remember, that relic is really what I'm looking for here. Once I kill the castle, we're going to try to play for the relic. How we do this, we just fake trade onto him. Take the relic. Protect the monk. Trebs can hit. Treb has to leave. Alright, good. Continue getting value back home. And fix our economy. This one probably we don't need. Need Corvinian. And now we go home with the not the last relic, but one of the last relics, I guess. And this Treb army is just keeping him real busy, because again, the whole point is to keep him busy, get him off camel archers, and we can win the late game if he doesn't get that. I'm going to buy one more castle here. This is very expensive, but I actually need it to defend this hill and 2 golds of mine. Without this castle, I'm actually super exposed, and I don't like that. I'm not going to play towards this hill anymore, because this hill is nothing there anymore. So we're going to go ahead and rotate over to the other hill. It's a very good trade. I see no reason to even back up here for now. If it gets bad, I'll go back. But yeah, he's going to step the trap, sure, but he's going to lose all the cavaliers, so I'm okay with that. It's a lot about just taking trades. It's not a clean game at all, so as long as we get the better trades and we do more right than our opponent, we win the game. That's the whole point. It's not playing perfectly. It's not a speed run. We're going to do more right than our opponent, and it's good enough to win. Let's go to the top of the hill. Now, I'm thinking about Magyar Hussar. He's been trading army for Treb, so I'm going to put that Treb as a bait because I want him to actually trade army into it. So that would be better for me. I think that's a mistake I've noticed him doing, so I'm going to actually try to punish that mistake or play on that mistake. Alright, let's finish getting the upgrades. Missing heavy CA is my last upgrade now after those two come in. But overall, it's been pretty good here. And there's one last relic there that I'm not taking. I think I've got the rest. Oh, also, I'm missing recurve bow as well. I can't forget that upgrade. He's gonna once again probably trade for the Treb, or like take a bad fight to get the Treb. There it is. I'm telling you, these habits that opponents have in game, if you catch them, he's not gonna suddenly change his habits. He's doing it subconsciously. He doesn't know he's wasting army for the Treb. I noticed that. And he calls it GG. Very, very nice comeback game. And honestly, you might be wondering why it was not a clean game like usual. And, you know, how is this playing like a tournament? We made so many mistakes. These mistakes happen in so many tournaments of mine. People think that I play perfectly and you can't beat me. That's not what I do, actually. I just try my best to make the correct move in the situation. And in this situation, there was so many mistakes that we did. Like, I didn't set up my base correctly. I didn't wall. I didn't know what he was going for. I didn't realize he had sold his stone to make an all-in push. So I took some bad fights into it. I made many mistakes into his play. But I just kept doing what I thought would be best in my situation. So remember when I said, like, oh, I don't care anymore. I'm just going to play, like, take a risk, go for the forward castle. I've done this in countless tournament games. Had I not gone forward to these castles, I would have had no counterplay. And I would just lose the game by staying in my base and getting, you know, he would take the castle here, take all the hills, like he already took this one. And he'd play Camel Archer. But because I went forward for a castle, I just said, you know what, I'm not winning this game defensively. I got to go offensively. I actually managed to win the game, despite it being like a 95% loss. And it just forced my mistakes, forced more mistakes from my opponent. And it's a really, really good theory that I think I have to make a whole Patreon video about, to be honest with you, because I could talk hours and hours on this theory. And not theory, but just on this idea, rather, where you always do what gives you the best chance to win. So if you know it's a bad fight, like earlier, I was fighting with CA on this hill, and I had like 30 vills here that were about to die. I know it's bad to lose 30 vills. I've been playing this game for like, I don't know, all my life. This is a horrible situation. But I know that if I stand and fight to try to defend the vills, I 100% lose that fight. So what I do is instead I just pull the 30 vills away, no matter how cringe it looks, abandon everything, make a TC there, because that's the best thing I can do. Instead of taking the fight that 100% loses me the game, I make the play that 95% loses me the game. And this is actually a 5% comeback in my opinion. Very, very, very rough odds on this one. But yeah, that's playing ranked like a tournament number 6. I highly recommend you guys check out the earlier games in the episode in the series. But it just goes to show that a lot of my tournament games get messy exactly like this. And I would say that he played a much better early and mid game. I made a lot of silly mistakes that I shouldn't have, just due to the awkward nature of his opening, playing a little off meta, just kind of didn't play conventional, which made it a little bit harder for me to read what he's doing behind the walls. So he played better early and mid game, but we just tried our best to make a comeback, and the comeback happened in the end. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys want to see more like this. Make sure to recommend this series to your friends and to like, comment, whatever you can do to boost the numbers, because I will stop the series when I see that there's not any more demand for it. But as long as there's demand, I'll keep this going for basically ever. Take care, guys. I'll see you guys around.